and welcome to day 15 of our home learning. It is Friday the 29th of January 2021. What I'd like you to do is have a look at our early morning work. So early morning work, I'll do exactly the same as what I've done every day. So question number 1, use the column method to calculate 54 multiplied by 6. Remember your columns and remember where your numbers go. Number 2, solve the calculation. 24 divided by 8, add 36 divided by 6. A little bit of a clue. Whatever goes in brackets you do first. Find the answers to what's in brackets and then add those two numbers together. Number 3, 27 cakes are left from the bake sale. They are shared between reception, year 1 and year 2. How many cakes do they get each? How many year groups? How many cakes? How many did they get each? Darcy and Asher played chess. Darcy scored 9 points. Asher scored 5 times more points than Darcy. How many points did Asher score? Think about how you're going to work that out. If one of them scored 9 and the other one scored 5 times more. Listen to the vocabulary, 5 times more. Number 5, 50 children voted for their favourite colour. How many children voted for each colour? Now what I would do for this one, and what I did do, is I worked out what each little block was. What was the value of each little block? So what I did was I counted how many little blocks there were all together in green, red, blue and yellow, and found out what one block was. How many was one block? And then if one block is a number, you can then work it out depending on how many blocks there are for that colour. Right, pause the video now and then let's see if we can go through the answers. Okay, number 1, 54 multiplied by 6, and the answer I got was 324. Number 2, solve the calculation. 24 divided by 8, add 36 divided by 6. So I'm going to do what's in brackets first. So 24 divided by 8 is 3, because 3 8s are 24. And 36 divided by 6 is 6. So 3 add 6 is 9. Number 3, 27 cakes are left from the bake sale. They are shared between reception year 1 and year 2. So there are 3 year groups. And it says those 27 cakes are shared between those 3 year groups. So my calculation would be 27 divided by 3. And I know there are 9 3s in 27. That's why you need to know your tables. Number 4. Darcy and Asher played chess. Darcy scored 9 points. Asher scored 5 times more points than Darcy. How many points did Asher score? So Darcy scored 9. Asher scored 5 times more. So 9 times 5 is 45. Okay, so 50 children voted for their favourite colour. How many voted for each colour? I worked out there was 10 small blocks. So 50 divided by 10 is 5. So each one of those small blocks equals 5. So green, you've got 3 blocks. So 3 times 5 is 15. Red, you've got 1 block, so that's 5. Blue, you've got 4 blocks, so 4 multiplied by 5 is 20. And yellow is 2 blocks, so that is 2 multiplied by 5 is 10. Okay then, so let's go on to our English work. Okay, so English, how to train your dragon. I hope you're enjoying doing this because I love this book. So today we're going to write a recipe for Hiccup on how to train his dragon. So let's have a look at what a recipe looks like. So in your book, I would like you to write your date and your target. I can write a recipe using imperative verbs. Now, who can remember? We've all done instructions before because that's what a recipe is. It's instructions. What are imperative verbs? Yeah, the words that tell you to do something, they're the bossy verbs, aren't they? Yeah, like get, draw, make, paint. Okay? So once you've done your date and target, you can start back with us. Okay, so what I thought we would do is we would look at part of a recipe and then we would do what I would do to train your dragon, okay? So, my recipe that I've got there is for a Victoria sandwich cake. My favourite. Okay, and then in the grey strip, you've got the preparation time and the cooking time. How easy or is it difficult? And how many a cake is for. How many the cake is for. So we begin with some information about preparation. So to train my dragon, I would need 6 weeks of preparation time. I would find that it's a difficult task, and the ways to support would be treats and a stern, angry, or that voice where you just have to say, "Excuse me," and you know you've done something wrong. Okay, that's a stern voice. So, what I would do now, I would start a recipe for training your dragon, and I would do your information about the preparation. It can see if you can make yours much better than mine. So, pause the video now. Okay, so welcome back. Now, for my Victoria sandwich cake, on the screen there, I've got a list of ingredients for the cake and for the filling. Okay, so you can see that they're bullet pointed, yeah, or they're not in full sentences, and they've got amounts and things like that. Now, I have started to write my list of ingredients on the next page. Okay, so my list of ingredients to train your dragon, and I've got you will need. And after you will need to put a colon, okay, because it's the start of a list. And I've got patience, treats. What else do you think you would need on your list? So you can use my patience and treats and then see if you can. So a subheading, ingredients, and then you will need colon and then see if you can write that, your own list. So pause the video now. Okay, so now it's time for the method. So the method tells us how you're doing something. Okay, it gives you step-by-step instructions, and if you race ahead, you're all going to get mixed up, so it needs to be in order of that what you need to do. Okay, so they're organized into steps, and each step has an imperative verb, and these are highlighted so that you can see what the imperative verbs are. Okay, if you were really trying to impress me, which I hope you are, you could even add words such as first, then, after that. You could even add fronted adverbials of like carefully, or you could add adverbs of time. All of those things. Okay, so but don't forget your comma if you're using it for an adverbial. So there's my method for the Victoria sandwich cake. Step 1. Heat oven to 190 degrees fan or 170 degrees gas Mark 5. Butter 2 20cm sandwich tins and line with non-stick baking paper. Step 2. So these are full sentences, okay? So you can have a read of that. Okay then, so now it's our turn to write the method for training Hiccup's dragon. So the method there, I have step 1, and I've started it. Carefully wrap a lead around the neck of your dragon. Step 2, stroke it on the top of its head, but be careful it may bite. Step 3, well, what are you going to do? You can add to mine or you can do your own. You will be much, much better than mine. So you need to pause the video now until you've done that. Okay, as usual on Friday, you have your arithmetic test. 30 minutes of arithmetic, please. Do not cheat and give yourself longer. I will be coming round for your work packs sometime this morning. If you have not done it, then you will need to keep it until next week. But it does need to be done. I do not want to have to come round and give you your work back to complete next week. Okay? You've all impressed me, but you've got to keep up every bit of learning. Okay? Goodbye.